Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to. I don't even know what I'm going to call this. Welcome to a Just Chatting stream. We are going to look at a few videos because they just released a sequel to this, which is absolutely insane to me. I'm very happy about it, but I'm also very, very surprised. So we're going to take a look at a couple trailers. We're going to take a look at a couple games that are coming out or that have come out. And we'll probably play some of the stuff that's on the new Nintendo Switch Online. So let's take a quick look. Welcome if you're joining us from the YouTube archives as well. We'll see how you guys fare in the long run. Let's take a peek. Let's switch over. So first one we're going to look at, and I'm actually going to get myself the full audio here, is Monster Hunter Stories. So this came out originally on the 3DS, I think, prior to World. It was kind of in between a lot of other titles, and we'll hop right into it and kind of play this out. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, sacred kinship stone! Bind thyself to this young spirit!
It's a little bit strange to see this. Hey. Wow.
Hey! How about we see the world together?
That's some gnarly power you got there, kid.
Shut up! What good are you? You did
Very
wrong.
surprising. Has all the mounts, all the different enemies. They're all chibi style. So I'm going to pause right there. So the thing that's interesting about this is that they're showing a lot of the ice zone and the ice armor, but they're not necessarily showing some of the earlier armors and some of the later armors in the game, which makes me wonder if they've changed some things. It's a little interesting the way that it's, because a lot of those monsters you don't see till later in the game, but yet characters wearing the same armor the whole time. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. I personally enjoyed Monster Hunter Stories. It was a game that definitely had a lot of different mixtures to it, which was nice. But it is kind of one of those things where it is a little odd just because we didn't have that as essentially a normal, I don't know. There's just something very strange about it to me. It doesn't quite hit the same mixture of, like, they're not showing certain things for a game that's, I think, almost 10 years old now, similar to kind of how we've been playing Diablo lately. And it catches me as a little strange that there's certain things they're not showing. So I don't know if that's just because they're going, people that are going to want to play this have played Monster Hunter Stories 2, or they've played the other ones and they're not going to care about it. I'm not even sure. We'll see. So we'll hop into the next one here. Actually, we'll probably swap this one over. We'll do kind of best for last. So the next one we're going to look at is Star Wars Battlefront Collection, which this immediately struck me as just, here I have the PlayStation 1 up. I mean, it's on the Switch. It's on a bunch of the other consoles. It'll probably come to Steam, I would assume, if it's not already released on Steam. But, I mean, it's the old school Battlefront. And this just I don't know, just harkens back to the Xbox, to PS2.
Fight your way across the Star Wars galaxy in the classic Battlefront games with massive 64
I'm hopeful
online battles,
because one of the big things for this,
split-screen local gameplay, fight with heroes, never tell me the odds,
yeah,
and battle with villains. Get ready for the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, launching March 14th. Pre-order now.
which it's cool. Like, who classic collection Battlefront? Who would have thought? The thing that I find a little odd about it, though, is with it being classic Battlefront, it leaves me with the question of, when they say classic, what does classic mean? Like, we've got some Clone Wars, we've got some regular. I'm wondering as to what maps and things are in there, but going right back to like my nostalgia as a gamer, as a player, is, you know, sitting over at a friend's house playing Star Wars Battlefront, the original Star Wars Battlefront on the Xbox, and just going and shooting a bunch of stormtroopers or shooting a bunch of rebels, depending on which side you chose. So that's a pretty neat one. This one, I didn't think I was going to be. So I'm not normally excited whenever a lot of the partner showcase stuff comes out for Nintendo. But this particular one, this threw me for an absolute loop. And it may not be for the game that people expect, but it was the fact that these are rare games immediately threw me for, wait a minute, like, Xbox owns Rare now. So that took some partnerships. So we've got a few games here that I remember and I enjoy. Right there is the big one. Snake Rattle was fine. I don't think I ever played much of it, and I don't think I played much of Pro-Am. But Battletoads and Killer Instinct. The original Super Nintendo Killer Instinct. I mean, Blast Corps was also an amazing game. I didn't play much of it on the 64. But I mean, just this scene where we've got the Battletoads and the Battlecopter. The fact that here we have Spinal and Glacius fighting each other, the original as bad as they look backgrounds. It's just, everything about this just, it pulls a chord on me. It's one of those things where it's like, it's awesome to see. I love too that the box that they chose was the one that has the Killer Cut CD. Look here, right on the only for Nintendo, Killer Instinct, Killer Cuts music CD included inside.
You can play them with an active Nintendo Switch Online or Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership.
I mean, just the ones on the one side of the screen alone. Just the ones on the one side of the screen alone. Worth it. Very much worth it. And we'll drop this one, and then the last one, of course. This is one where straight up, oh man, like it hit the nostalgia. I actually went to go pull the game out because I went, no way. There's no way. So I'm very excited because, I mean, this came out in 2007, 2008. So we're looking at almost 20 years. Yeah, because 2024, we're just shy of 20 years. We're less than 5 years away from this game being 2 decades old. Coming out on the original Wii, having Wi-Fi, which had kind of crappy multiplayer. And now we're getting this. as soon as I saw this, I was like, no way. And it's got the music and everything. Like this, like, a part of me almost wants to get teary-eyed from this. It's kind of surprising. But it's just, this was so, it was such a different game at the time.
Mysterious underwater world is yours to explore.
It was your first time really getting something
To the Veiled Sea, a location
that was kind of like an exploration, just chill game.
region changes with each dive.
And now here we are, and we're doing it again.
To discover.
Like, we've got Arowana. This is crazy to me. 30-player online?
Ocean's depths together. Share your discoveries with other divers.
I hope to goodness my fellow Switch players, friends and family that are on the Switch plan will end up picking this up too, because this could be so much fun.
There are over 500 different species of marine life to encounter.
500 species.
Some of them are creatures thought to be extinct.
I mean, and this caught my attention too. I mean, straight up dinosaurs? Like plesiosaurs, mosasaur, Amalgamaris. Like, we're talking like Devonian period creatures.
What will you find on your undersea journey?
We've got ice, tropic, like,
Ocean Luminous launches on the Nintendo Switch system May 2nd.
oh.
Orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
There's a part of me, now it says a Nintendo eShop. There's a part of me, I'm going to reduce the volume a little bit. There's a part of me that really hopes that this comes out and has a disc released, or, well, I guess in the case of the Switch, a little cartridge release. Just because this is definitely a game that I personally have a lot of interest in. Like, this is, like, I missed the Endless Ocean 2 for the Wii.
Underwater world
So the fact that they're bringing this back is,
in an all-new endless ocean.
I mean, just all the, like, it, and here's the thing. This doesn't have to have a lot of detail and a lot of, like, crisp textures to be good, because the whole element of it is really about how relaxing it is and how kind of, like, the zen state is. But it's like seeing the detail on the creatures is kind of more the big deal than the environment.
Unexplored region changes with each dive.
And I mean, the detail on the creatures is definitely spot on.
Up to 30 players online can plunge into the ocean's depths.
It's so funny to me that it's going to have multiplayer.
Discoveries with other divers.
Look at that sunfish.
Exchange a friendly greeting while freely exploring the vast ocean.
And keep in mind, this is, like, this probably has, what?
Over
Yeah, like,
500
crappy settings just because of the way my internet is.
Some of them are
So, like, if we crank the heck out of this, if it'll let me. See, this is why I'm a little concerned that it probably won't. The joys of streaming midday on a workday. Yeah. But I mean, it's one of those things. We'll try hitting the old refresh on it. Maybe. Please. Yeah, see, it already dropped it down. But even still, it just, everything about it. I could watch this trailer like 100 times. I won't put you guys through that, though, because I know it's going to keep crashing and freezing like that. But yeah, that's kind of some of the stuff that has me relatively excited. Surprisingly so, from our little announcement that we had today. So I can't complain. I'm genuinely very surprised by all this. This is pretty cool. Highly recommended that you guys check out some of those games. and definitely take a peek at a lot of them, because a lot of them are going to be a lot of fun. So what we're going to do now is, for the YouTube side, I'm going to stop the recording. We'll do a quick setup and we'll switch over to actually go and check out some of the new games released on the Nintendo Switch. So I'll see you guys in a little bit here, starting soon.